Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and today I'm going to be doing a DIY and talking about mini books. I've been really excited about sharing this video with you. I've also decided to try and change my videos up a little bit and maybe pop them in at an evening slot instead of the morning. So let me know what you think about this and we'll trial it and see how it goes. I can't always promise though that they will be up in the evening. I need to get myself just that little bit more organized. But let me know what you think. So DIY, I bought this crate. It's I don't know what it's meant for, like beer maybe, I don't know. A crate from Poundland, and obviously it cost £1. Now I spoke to you a while back about all the mini books that I've been creating from our last trip. Have you been watching the videos where I'm creating them all? I'll leave the link below for my mini book playlist if you like making mini books, or if you're intrigued as to what a mini book is about, which I will be chatting to you about a bit in a moment. But I'm going to show you, I have quite a few now. These are just from our last trip. We took a big US road trip last year and ended up at Disney. I will also leave that playlist for you below if that interests you. So far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mini books all from our trip, and I've still got more to make. I'm so excited. We leave for our next trip in I think 9 weeks. That scares me. That's coming around so quick and I've got so much to do work wise beforehand, but I have a couple more to do. But I wanted to put them somewhere to store them. I've got a table where I keep all the mini books inside, but I wanted these kept separate. They feel really special. So I decided to do something with this crate thing from Poundland, and I thought that would be a really fun way to store them all together. So that's what today's video is going to be about. If you like this kind of thing, please do give me a thumbs up, and do always leave a comment. It's lovely to read through your comments and chat with you. I love that I'm getting to know so many of you so well now. It feels like it's like a little friendship group here. So please do join our friendship group and subscribe to my channel if you are new. So these are the 6 mini books. Let's pop these to one side as we are going to be focusing on this crate. Now I've got some papers from papermaze.co.uk. I do design for them, and so they've kindly sent me this selection free of charge, and that's what I'm going to be using today. It's Pinkfresh Studio, and I'll grab the others for you to see as well. This is the paper range. Pinkfresh Studios papers just feel so lovely. I do want to be quite sparing though with how I use these papers, as I do want to use them, yes, on another mini book, but I want this one to be maybe the first mini book of our next trip. And I want to get that one going. I usually make the first mini book, or even sometimes a couple of them, before we go, so that when I get home it's just a case of printing off the photos and adding the journaling. And I do love this as a travel collection. So that's exactly, I've got a couple of these doubles you may have noticed, purely because I love them so much. Sometimes you need more than one sheet. And then I've got these as well. Love those. So I could possibly even do a couple of layouts as well. And then I also got the die cuts. I love die cuts so much. I like to take them out and have a good look at them. To that I'm adding a Mickey Mouse binder clips. Now the first thing I'm going to do, and I've grabbed a bow. I keep jars of ribbons and things, and I've grabbed this because I may well use that too. So this is my crate. I do really like this. I'm not going to paint it. It does have quite a shiny feel. You could possibly sand it down actually to have a better kind of coverage, but actually I'm going to be using the papers to cover it. Let's choose first up. Let's cover the sides maybe. I think the other thing I need to do is take this rope out as well so that I can get a better coverage with the paper. Like the arrows on here, and I love the colours. These are my colours. So I'm going to use this side as a template, draw around it, and I'm going to use that to cover both sides. Right, I wanted to cut it slightly down. I didn't want it to try and fit it perfectly. For me, that's just too much stress. So I've done it slightly smaller, and I'm going to be using Mod Podge, which I will link up below for you, to stick this in place, and then I'll go over to the other side. It's actually so shiny. I'm intrigued to see whether or not this will actually stick. I'm going to go over a little bit with the Mod Podge on the outside. I like the way the Mod Podge, the finish it leaves, which is why I'm using this over PVA glue. It dries clear, but it just almost like leaves it with a sheen type feel. It just feels a bit more protected. I really like using this stuff. So let's cover that nicely, and I'm going to go back over this one. I didn't go over the top with this one, so I'm just going to do that here. And whilst that's drying, I can then be working on the next stage. I am just going through where the holes are, and I'm just literally punching through. Oh, that didn't go so well with my scissors. There we go. And we can tidy them up a little bit, but to be honest, when the rope's in there, you're not going to see it too much anyway, but at least I've got the hole for the rope to go through. Actually, we could thread the rope back through now anyway. That through, just poking the paper through nicely there, and that actually looks really tidy, as you can see. You wouldn't be able to tell that I've just literally poked my scissors through to make the holes. Now looking at the papers and wondering which ones to use next. I really love the wording here. There is no end to the adventures we can have, and that fits really well. So I think I'm going to choose some wording and use them on the strips. I think that will look really lovely. So I've got this one here. There is no end to the adventures we can have, and I've decided to stick the wording on the middle ones, and then I'm going to have patterned paper on those two. So I've cut that to size, and I just wanted to show you the next one. We live in a world, or we live in a wonderful world, so I'm going to have that one here, but I'm just trying to, it doesn't all fit on the one line, and it was on the paper itself, it was spread over several, so I'm just trying to work out how I can make this fit. So let's see, right, in a wonderful world, let's cut that bit there, and let's take that there. So we live in a wonderful world, and I might have to do it to fit. That's not going to work, so it's going to read Wonderful World of Beauty. That's how that's going to work. Sometimes you've just got to make things fit, haven't you? Oh, that's fallen through. I'm going to stick those on like that, and that one will be on the other side, and now I've just got to cut my patterned papers. I decided to go with this paper here, but when you're using double-sided papers, always check on the reverse. I didn't just want to hack away at it. Looking at these, I want to actually use some of these pieces for my mini book, so I'm going to be cutting into the areas that I know I'm not actually going to be using on the mini book, so just always double check the other side before you start cutting. Really pleased with how this is turning out. It's sticking on beautifully. I'm really pleased. It dries really quite fast as well, and it does just have a proper finished feel to it, using the Mod Podge over the top. So, and I like the contrast as well. I'm really pleased with that, and I'm going to leave the rest as it is. It would be really fun to have some bits hanging off the sides. So let's maybe cut out a couple of these. Rome Adventure is Worthwhile, and I've got some of the die cuts as well, so I think I'm going to have a play, cut some bits out and start attaching them. So I've been layering up just to see where I want things to go. I think I might add that one there as well. These are all little bits that I've cut out, and I've made sure that I've got contrasting colours so that when it's against the kind of like minty turquoisey colour, it will stand out, which is why I've given the blue, sorry, the green and the red colours there with a bit of the yellow as well, so it stands out nicely. And now I'm going to, though, staple all the pieces together. I've got blue staples in my staple gun at the moment. That somehow, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was going to attach that. Actually, I quite like the idea of that going like that. I like that. And then I was going to add some details of our trip as well. I've also got this one here. I wanted to use the Mickey Mouse clip because we did end up at Disney. This, however, is too long. I don't want it covering the wording, so I'm going to do a little bit of magic trimming. Actually, this works really well because I've got that little bit of lettering from the other word, and that covers that up really nicely. Really like that. So now it's just left for me to attach this. I think I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape there, and then I also want to print off some wording to go on as well. I think this is going to look so cute. Yeah, we definitely have that on there. Spread it out a little bit. Here's the wording of the places that we visited on our trip, and I'm going to just cut them down into strips. I'm just actually having some fun here, and I've got some other bits and pieces. I'm going to use some of the die cuts. I'd just forgotten about those that I had here. So I've got a little car, I've got a yes, and I'm just going to stick it all down now, as I think I'm happy with that. So whilst I'm doing this, I'll just have a little bit of a chat about mini books. Do many of you make mini books? I know quite a few people in the Lollipop chat group are now making them. I love it when people send me photos or show me within the chat group what they've been making. If you aren't a member of the Lollipop chat group, come and join us. You do not need a Lollipop kit to join in. By the way, I'm just using some Mod Podge here to stick everything down. So yes, come and join the group. The link's below. But there's something really special about making a mini book. I love having a project that I'm starting and finishing. Generally, I will do it within the same sitting. So it's not something I go off and leave. I will make it there and then. And obviously when you're doing a scrapbook or a creative journal, anything like that, it's an ongoing project. You don't have the start to end. It's something that you continue on doing over quite a long time. And that's what I like about a mini book, that you're actually doing it and finishing it in one go. And there's just something, I don't know, just something really special about a mini book. I just like all the little layers. It's just very interactive. It's just so enjoyable to look at. I like having bits to kind of flick up and different sized pages. And you can obviously add all your, like here, look, I've got loads that come out. You can add memorabilia and things like that as well. I really do love making mini books. They are my favourite type of way to document now. I just have so much fun with these, and like I said before, I will link up the mini book playlist below so you can go and take a look. That's the one when we arrived on our trip last year. And I like making them out of all kinds of things. This is using a paper bag. I've added a binder clip. We've got a paper clip. This is like almost felt. And this was obviously another part of our trip. You can just add anything to them. You don't have to do loads here. As you can see, I've just literally got a journal tag with some stickers. Here I've added memorabilia. This was in our room when we checked into our Disney room. I've just popped that into a little glassine bag. So there's just, it's just really fun. I like all the little bits here that you can flip and make. I love making them so much. So that's why I love making mini books. They just are so fun. So that's finished now. I'm really happy with that. Actually that doesn't want to stick. I'm just going to go around the outside with my black journal pen. In that time is actually already dry, and as you can see, you can go over it really easily. There we go. I'm not going to go around everything in black pen, but I'm going to go around the destinations of where we went to on our road trip just to help them stand out a little bit more. Where do you home your mini books if you create them? Do you have somewhere special? It's always a shame, I think, when kind of things are hidden away, things that you sort of spend so long making and enjoy so much. That's why I like having mine inside my table in my studio. It's a really fun way. And then I have some on display on my actual shelf as well, which is where these were. And I think I'm going to grab a hook, a 3M hook, and see if I can attach it to my wall. And now I'm going to put them all in. I don't think there's going to be any particular order, to be honest. I just want to make sure that they all fit well and that they don't get damaged. So I'm going to place them in carefully, and obviously have the smaller ones at the front so that you can see them well. Decided as this side is going to be facing the wall, is not going to be really seen. I am going to just stick that on the back, but it's done now and I'm going to show you. So this is the finished mini book basket. I am so happy with it. It looks so cute, and it's such a nice way to hold all my mini books from this particular trip. I'm so happy with it. It was a really easy DIY as well. I'm really pleased about that. I'm actually looking forward now to using the papers for the next mini book. So please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see that. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you make mini books and how you home yours as well. I would love to know. Please do share this video if you think a friend or family member would enjoy it. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm Lollipop Box Club for the business account, and The Funky Fairy if you'd like to follow my personal account, which is more kind of Disney and also other things that I create, as well as all the things that I love to cook and things like that. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.